Welcome everybody back to AXT. We have a huge match here tonight as we are on the road to WrestleMania coming very soon. And tonight we have Seth Rollins taking on Drew McIntyre for the AXT Hardcore title in a first blood match. Seth Rollins coming into this match as the champion and Drew McIntyre as the challenger, and Drew McIntyre coming out now. Drew McIntyre actually beat Jeff Hardy for this title opportunity back at Armageddon, and he gets his opportunity tonight against Seth Rollins in a first blood match. And that means that the first person to start bleeding in this match loses and the other person wins the match. Let's see if Drew McIntyre can beat Seth Rollins here tonight, and if he can become our new AXT Hardcore Champion heading into WrestleMania. Drew McIntyre now pointing at that WrestleMania sign. Obviously, he wants to go to WrestleMania, but now it is time for the champion, Seth Rollins, to come out. Seth Rollins beat Scorpio Sky in an incredible match at Armageddon, and he looks to defeat Drew McIntyre in this match here tonight. As you can see, the fans are loving Seth Rollins as they are singing his song here tonight. Seth Rollins actually beat Edge to win this title, and he beat Scorpio Sky, as I mentioned before. And will Drew McIntyre be added to that list? We will find out tonight. And now Seth Rollins handing the referee his belt, and we are getting ready to start this incredible match as the referee now ringing the bell. And we are underway. Both men are staring at each other now. Massive stare off. Seth Rollins circling the ring. Same with Drew McIntyre. And there is a lockup between the two. Now Drew McIntyre trying to power him through, and he does. Drew McIntyre powering him into that corner now. And there are some vicious chops to the chest of Seth Rollins by Drew McIntyre. Now just stomping at Seth Rollins' head. Drew McIntyre looking for a Claymore, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's exactly what he's looking for. Signaling Seth Rollins to get up. And there is a Claymore. No, Seth Rollins moving out the way. Drew McIntyre falling, but there is a curb stomp by Seth Rollins to Drew McIntyre. And now Seth Rollins repeatedly punching Drew McIntyre in the skull now. And now grabbing Drew McIntyre, smashing his face into that turnbuckle now. Drew McIntyre falling. And now Seth Rollins, what is he doing now? Seth Rollins, he's taking off the turnbuckle pad, so just the hook is left. If someone's head goes into there, they're done. But there's a Claymore by Drew McIntyre out of nowhere. While Seth Rollins was undoing that turnbuckle, Drew McIntyre took the advantage. But Drew McIntyre sending Seth Rollins outside, and now McIntyre's looking to dive over the rope, and he does. There is a dive over the top rope on to Seth Rollins. We don't normally see that from Drew McIntyre, but we did. But now he's smashing Seth Rollins' face into that metal rod. With Seth Rollins falling on his feet now. Drew McIntyre grabbing him and tossing him into the ring now. Drew McIntyre getting up, but there is a super kick by Seth Rollins to Drew McIntyre, and now he's looking for something. What could he be looking for? And there is a sling blade by Seth Rollins to Drew McIntyre, and now he's climbing up to the third rope, and there is a frog splash by Seth Rollins to Drew McIntyre. Seth Rollins on a roll here now. Now he's getting out the ring, going underneath the ring, and he's got a steel chair. Seth Rollins tossing the steel chair into the ring. Drew McIntyre feeling the effects of the frog splash. And now Seth Rollins sliding in some stairs. And now Seth climbing up to the third rope. What could he be looking for now? Is he looking for another frog splash? But no, there are knees to the chest of Drew McIntyre. Seth Rollins jumping on the chest of Drew McIntyre, and now he is looking for the curb stomp, but no, Drew McIntyre moves out the way, and there's a claymore to Seth Rollins, and now a future shock DDT by Drew McIntyre. He has him down, and now Drew McIntyre is hitting some rights onto Seth Rollins' skull. Now Drew McIntyre grabbing that steel chair and now just swinging it across the back of Seth Rollins. Now tossing that chair out. And now Drew McIntyre grabbing him, looking for a powerbomb. Yeah, Drew McIntyre has him for the powerbomb on the steel steps. But Seth Rollins with a Hurricane Rana. What a counter by Seth Rollins. And there is a curb stomp now by Seth Rollins. If he got powerbombed there, that would have been really bad for Seth Rollins. But now he's going under the ring, and he has a barbed wire baseball bat. If he hits Drew McIntyre with that, I think the match is over. But no, Drew McIntyre with a huge right hand to Seth Rollins. Now climbing to the outside, grabbing Seth Rollins, and now just smashing his head on the edge of the ring. I don't know what to call it, the hardest part of the ring. I'm just sliding him in to the ring. Now Drew McIntyre, what is he doing now? He's climbing to the third rope. And now, I think he's looking for a crossbody. A crossbody by Drew McIntyre. Something you rarely see from Drew McIntyre. But now Drew McIntyre looking for the Claymore kick on Seth Rollins. And now he lands another Claymore on Seth Rollins. If this was a pinfall match, I think the match would have been over by now. But it is not a pinfall match. The first person to start bleeding loses. And now Drew McIntyre picking up that barbed wire bat. If he hits Seth Rollins with it, the match is over. But no, Bobby Lashley sliding into the ring and a spear to Drew McIntyre. What is Bobby Lashley doing here? What is his issue with Drew McIntyre? Just hitting him with some rights and sliding out the ring. Bobby Lashley just spearing Drew McIntyre for no reason. Recently lost to Hulk Hogan, but there is a stomp by Seth Rollins to Drew McIntyre, and now putting his head, he's putting him like close to the steel steps now, and now Seth Rollins climbing up to the top, and there is a curb stomp from the top rope onto Drew McIntyre, smashing his head into those steel steps. But Drew McIntyre still not bleeding, but Seth Rollins smashing his head into that turnbuckle. And now Seth Rollins grabbing the barbed wire baseball bat, smashing it on his back now. Seth Rollins just sliding, and Drew McIntyre is bleeding now and the match is over. Drew McIntyre is the first person to start bleeding, and Seth Rollins retains his title. But why was Bobby Lashley out here attacking Drew McIntyre? Now Seth Rollins, I don't even think he saw Bobby Lashley attack Drew McIntyre, but he won this match and he retains his AXT Hardcore title. And now Bobby Lashley just getting back in the ring, now just hitting Drew McIntyre repeatedly with some punches. I don't know what his issue is with Drew McIntyre, but now just kicking him. Oh, but here comes Braun Strowman coming out to save Drew McIntyre. Just a big right hand from Braun Strowman, and Bobby Lashley rolling out the ring wisely. Now Drew McIntyre behind Braun Strowman. Drew McIntyre offering a hand to Braun Strowman, but Braun Strowman not accepting it. Braun Strowman just punching Drew McIntyre. What is the meaning of all of this? All three men hate each other. But ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for watching this match.